The next speaker is the Lord Bishop of Blackburn.
My Lords, I'm extremely grateful for the warmth of welcome that I've received in my introduction to your house. When I told my elderly father in 2013 that I'd been appointed to serve as the next Bishop of Blackburn, many miles away from his home in Sussex, he was very quiet and somewhat disappointed that my wife and I would be living so far away. But then a light came into his eyes, and he asked, "Does that mean you may be invited to enter the House of Lords?" And when I replied in the affirmative, he then said very quickly, "Well then, that makes it all right." I come first and foremost as a Christian who will seek opportunity to support the convictions and values foundational to our faith in Jesus Christ, and to draw attention to those many today around the world who are persecuted for their faith in him, and then to advocate the right for all to enjoy freedom of speech and belief wherever they may live, and to do so in peace. As my accent betrays, I come also as a southerner, having worked in London, Sussex and Surrey, but for the last 7 years in the northwest, serving most of the Red Rose County of Lancashire. Lancashire is remarkable for the diversity of its communities and achievements past and present, boasting that significant role in the cotton industry, a strong connection with Her Majesty the Queen as the Duke of Lancaster, the vision of James Fox on Pendle Hill, the name sirloin beef from Horton Tower, the annual shield hanging ceremony in Lancaster Castle, which goes back to Richard the Lionheart, and of course, the beautiful Trough of Bowland. Lancashire's glory is not just past. The northwest is the home of graphene, that new super material, the home of the well-known golf course at Lytham St Anne's, for some not so excitingly, Strictly Come Dancing in the iconic ballroom at Blackpool Tower, and nearly 200 clearly and distinctively Christian Church of England schools in Lancashire, and also 3 universities, as well as the 18 million tourists who visit Blackpool each year for its different attractions. And yet Blackpool includes one of the most deprived wards in the country, and it is for that fact that I wish to speak in this debate, to urge the government, if this bill grants them the powers they are seeking, to hear and to heed the voice of the North. This House may not be relocated to York during the refurbishment period, but its eyes and its ears must not be blind or deaf to the needs of the poorest and the most vulnerable communities in the north of our country. Talk of a northern powerhouse must not be allowed to fade away into the history books, but energise the commitment to improve the infrastructure and the economy of the north. Better transport links around the north are long overdue and would have a transformative impact on the local economy. The impact of COVID-19 has only exacerbated and increased the inequality between rich and poor. Blackburn has an unemployment rate of almost 6%, much higher than the national average, and according to a recent Lancashire Telegraph article, could be as much as 18% when hidden unemployment is included. More than 11% of the Blackpool population are claiming support through welfare payments, the highest in the country. It is statistics like these that require the powers granted by this bill to be exercised with wisdom and skill as new trade agreements are put in place for the post-Brexit era. So, as the Bishop of Blackburn, I hope to speak in this House for the great people of the north of our country, and as a Christian to speak for the human right to believe and express that belief in public without fear or favour. Good trade arrangements can be a way to achieve prosperity for all, as has been indicated already in this debate, as well as develop relationships with our global partners, which will allow us to act as critical friends when human rights are ignored. I hope this bill will assist us in both these noble goals.
The next speaker is Lord Alton of Liverpool.
My Lords, the House has heard a thoughtful and exemplary maiden speech from the Right Reverend Prelate, the Bishop of Blackburn. All of us who, since his appointment in 2013, have witnessed his outstanding pastoral work in the northwest of England will not be surprised by that. Rooted firmly in the evangelical tradition of Wilberforce and Shaftesbury, he and his wife Heather have with great commitment actively engaged with the region's social and spiritual challenges. On appointment to his vibrant and diverse diocese, he pledged himself to promote respect for people from differing faiths and the right of all to freedom of religion or belief. And in a part of the country which often feels overlooked by institutions, by elites, and by government, he has said that his experiences in Lancashire on a wide variety of issues will inform his contributions to your Lordship's house. On the basis of today's curtain-raising maiden speech, those are contributions to which we will look forward to with great anticipation.